Cop pulls a lady.
Plus, one of the guys is revealing a very personal secret. We'll see if we can make him cry.
And Edwards, the premiere party that we had, and I was thinking, wow, we got to do this again.
I know. We had
Every day.
7.
Let's dive right into the trend. And now Dan is saying that he got a hold of this picture. I haven't seen that pic. Also,
I mean, you know, you see Mayor.
history of all mayors.
Right,
doesn't he?
he's riding out on.
We're going bankrupt. Get
Right.
out of the crowd and get to work on the budget or something.
This is a real concern, though, because this could affect Minneapolis pensions. People work for the city, their retiree health care. I mean, some real issues that I think, because of our smiling mayor and other types of fabulous biking, we don't really know what's going on.
All right, so, you know, don't be so quick to make fun of Detroit yet, you guys.
Detroit should call his mom and dad and ask if they can move back in.
Right.
And how does this?
Ball players,
That'll
right
keep
there.
us out of the Detroit lit.
Come to Minnesota.
So what's the name of that Miley Cyrus song?
And she said, We Can't Stop back to #1. I guess it's currently #4 on iTunes, but it's been #1 a while, so people obviously like the song.
So let's talk about Ryan Braun.
Here's the thing.
Take responsibility. Game. If a few of the players were on steroids. As a matter of fact, I think the field, like the shortstop, for instance, let him be allowed to clothesline somebody when he's running for second. Don't you think that would make the game a little more exciting?
The full contact
Yes,
baseball?
just one of the players.
And
I'm not
maybe-
saying everybody should be able to full contact, but the
Right.
shortstop.
Just a few. And maybe a few skydivers could drop in from the sky, like we saw in that
Right.
video yesterday. Make things interesting.
All right, janitors, hide your mom.
Up with any guy that has an album coming out.
Right.
But he's giving us some shout outs in Minneapolis. Austin saying, I'm going to Minnesota tomorrow, and today's saying, flying to Minneapolis, smiley face. So, hey, at least he's still engaged with whatever community he's going towards. Welcome to Minneapolis.
So you guys heard the story about George Zimmerman. Well,
I don't think it would have mattered the race. He was there and helped whoever it was. It's not like he opened the window and checked first. Oh,
I think everybody just stop.
Because there's a boycott going on. And now Jay-Z, Kanye, and Madonna.
He should be boycotting a
oranges, and you're boycotting Florida. It's gotten so rough, though, that on the Florida Facebook tourism page, it says National Ice Cream Day. And then people are going, no, not till they fix the law that killed Trayvon Martin. It's like, whoa, guys, we're talking about Ice Cream Day here.
All right, well, there is a boycott going on. If you'd like to jump on, you could be boycotting Florida. All you have to do is say
No oranges.
Harvard
Say no.
researchers.
Chance by 60%. Let's eat up, boys.
Dan
Wow.
is never going to die if that's
Right.
the case. Let's jump into our on-the-fly hashtag. We've been playing with Minnesota problems. Minnesota problems.
He's been
yeah.
awesome. You can probably relate to some of these. Our first one coming from Jack. Minnesota problems. He says,
Is MN problems. Now, coming up next, if you spend any time, it wasn't a masterpiece. They can't all be masterpieces. Some of them are
it
just
wasn't a joke.
Oh,
sometimes it's just
Kelsey.
a painting.
Kelsey, I'm sorry.
wasn't a joke.
I'm sorry.
Swing Soby, and of course,
And we love to interact with you throughout the show, so always hit us up on Twitter and Facebook. And send us your on-the-fly selfies. We've gotten many so far. Let's check out a few of them. You can always tweet us one of your selfies as well. Just hashtag on-the-fly selfies.
all right, so I haven't gone up north at all this summer, but this is the kind of thing that when I go up,
We're
Still.
out because you don't. That's just crazy.
you don't? That's
No.
the first thing I would expect. Of course.
you?
Because honey doesn't take humans.
The closest thing
We all know that guy ate
Yeah.
all your money.
That's not scary at all. Let's go all the way out to Alamo, no matter who you are. Even if you got 3 wrong on the SAT, you're the idiot.
No, there are different kinds of intelligences, and I know people. In fact, one of my sisters got a perfect score on her SATs.
A perfect score?
Yeah, I think that there's only so many questions. But he's a 9th grader. You know,
How do you,
we're talking-
like, I would carry that score around with me all the time. Every argument I ever had with anybody, no, you're wrong.
Just
No,
sit
I'm
here.
right.
Is that like when you go around and be like, I don't know if you know me, Tony Five from radio? Hey,
Right,
hey,
yeah.
I don't know if you radio. I don't know
The
if you-
thing about it is,
That house, people. Too many smart people in one place. Come on.
Hurts the brain.
Speaking of smart people,
Judge people completely based on just what they look like.
you judge them just by their appearance.
All
Okay,
right,
so
as long
go
as we're
ahead
clear
with
about that.
question number 1, street knowledge on Nicholas. Okay, now before you tell me whether he knows or not, just because he's trying to get a job doesn't mean he's smart. A lot of dumb people working today.
Welcome
Wells Fargo?
Welcome out of unemployment, Tony
You know what I'm
Five.
saying? Dumb people get jobs too.
I
not at
definitely-
Wells Fargo.
That's true.
At my 29. All right, anyway.
I definitely think he knows the answer. You wear a man purse, you're packing all kinds of knowledge in there. I
Okay.
definitely, if you're carrying one of those briefcase bags, you're automatically 10 times smarter.
If he's say no, he doesn't.
Oh, yeah, it's not
He
a
does.
living thing, I mean.
He knows.
Yeah.
See, I don't even know.
Man.
Okay. Does he? And good luck on that job,
for him.
dude.
One for the bond.
All right. Look for some more smart people
Yep.
on Nicollet Mall. Question number 2. Now it gets a little more difficult, doesn't it?
Well,
There's no chance. Yes.
All right.
She's a little confused on her racial relations. I'm gonna say she doesn't know the answer to this.
Okay. Let's see.
She's like, I'd like to use a lifeline. Mom, can I phone a friend?
All right. One more question for street knowledge. Haha.
She's got to know.
We turn our driven people. You don't go work for free unless you really care about,
Okay.
smart things.
So you think she knows her colors?
Yes.
She has to.
Although you did fluster her pretty well there, so we'll see if she can handle it.
Here
But
we
I
go.
think she knows.
The answer? Well, yes, she did know.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a couple of smart people out there on Nicollet Mall, and one who. Coming up next, we look at music
No,
festival.
you aren't.
Yes, I am.
The Poleads won't let you in. They fired you.
Oh, that's right.
As we made quite clear.
Oh, yeah, it's a Target Field.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll let me in. Come on. Soby, and of course, the.
Meet Dan Edwards himself at the On the Fly viewing party. Some of you came out. Thank you so much for things. Oh, there we are. There we
That
are.
was a
Taking
lot of
some
fun.
photos.
And you know what? I started goofing around on the show about Dan. Yeah, that's me, scared to death watching the show. I was so happy to see that.
Someone asked me, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like watching yourself? And I was like, negative
Not
10.
at all.
Negative.
Let me tell you about the. Can't even look at my mom. The
First girl that your mom has ever seen you molest? I don't believe that.
Did you?
Beyonce was there, and I was
Right.
like, Mark, this is Dan. And he's like, hey. And you're like, what did you
And then
say
the
to
first
him?
thing-
Awesome if he did.
I accidentally touched Keona's mom's boob.
You did?
Oops. Sorry. It was
Really?
Nice to meet you. Well, I was going in for like the awkward hug with Keona's dad. Like, oh, are we shaking? Are we hugging? Are we shaking? And then it was like, past Keona's mom.
Oh. All right.
It was
well,
really nice meeting you.
That's kind of weird. But thanks to everybody for coming out. We really do appreciate it. It was a great time at the viewing party. While we're Gear Daddies are going to be there,
Yeah.
I want to go to this show. I'm
Really?
excited. Yes.
I.
They want. They never going to
Yeah,
happen.
but the
We'll
Rolling.
see.
Daddies in years though. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
You know
That
what
would be
will
awesome.
never happen is seeing Tony actually pay for a concert ticket.
You
You've
know-
never done that before.
You know what? This would be the first concert ticket I've ever bought in my life.
Literally.
Maybe I'm
The
going to have to
first.
give this a little more thought. Hey, while we're on music, how about hits of the world? Me and Dan were kind of scanning some websites that show world charts, and Robin Thicke was a huge hit it was somewhere in Europe, like
Greenland or
like
something?
yeah, somewhere
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe even Greenland.
Before we get to Robin Thicke, let's.
95 or any of
Yeah.
those stations, right?
And I think.
Upbeat church song.
All right, and number two, this
He's married.
song, which we were listening to in our back office, and it sounds like it could be a hit in America. Saying ecstasy, or are they saying Molly, or are they saying Miley?
Miley, ecstasy.
Big
It's-
debate
yeah,
going on in Japan
it's-
right now.
We'll keep talking about it.
Coming up next, both sides.
Excellent.
We don't get offended at things.
Remember, the first time he saw his stepdad was on Mooring.
Now, like I said, we're a brand new show. We're in a getting to know each other process,
Yeah.
right?
Come on in, stay a while.
We want to know more about you. You might want to know more about us. So we're going to play a round of Know the Show.
That's right. We're gonna give the answer.
Look at
It
that.
is Kelsey Soby.
What is that thing?
A swordfish.
You caught a
Boom, boom,
swordfish?
pow. I was in Mexico, not in the land of 10,000
Here's
lakes.
my question: why are you
Strangling
fishing in a
it?
dress?
And why am I strangling it? It was a
Yeah.
beach cover-up.
Oh,
That's how
So
I
do
even
you
know what that
fish
means.
here, or like only when you go on like
Oh
exotic
no, I
vacations?
fish here all the time. It used to be my sisters and friends would all be out there tanning, and I'd be so bored. So I just prefer to fish. And
So what's your fish of choice? What do you go
I
fishing
usually
for?
go for crappies. Crappies love it.
Okay. What was your first name and why did you... Sad story. Leo,
stop.
cue the sad music, Leo.
Small violin.
Seriously?
Okay.
All right.
Your story.
So my first.
Why
Really?
do you go
making
changing
jokes?
the name? Okay, your
Okay,
dad
so he left my mom.
left because it was ugly.
Oh, it was ugly. I thought you said he was ugly. Sorry.
Really?
Go ahead.
And
Mom was mad at your real dad for leaving. She said, I'm not keeping this name. I'm going with Dan.
yeah, because my
Nicknames like Chris has a lot of nicknames. Like Chris, you go by Chrissy.
really,
Christopher.
You ever think about going back?
Topher.
Christopher?
really, you guys,
Coming up next.
placed under psychiatric hold.
Awesome. I mean, oh, that's terrible. I feel so bad for her.
Hang on.
And Dan Edwards.
Hearing some big news actually in the world of Hollywood. You've maybe been following Amanda Bynes and some of her troubles.
Yeah.
She tweets some interesting things. We all know that. But TMZ is saying now that Amanda Bynes has been taken into psychiatric care. Sort of a 72-hour involuntary hold. And you want to know why? Apparently she was caught building a fire in some random person's front yard. And her clothing was a little burned. And
See, it was all fun on Twitter until she started lighting stuff on fire.
oh man, 72 hours she'll be on hold involuntarily. So we'll see how that goes.
Hopefully that.
But
And well, while she's locked up, she's safe from Drake. You know, at least she's safe.
Oh wow.
He's not going to murder her private parts. That's good.
The royal nurse. We were talking about the royal nurse allegedly.
Well,
Free of
Are we
copyright.
going to go with this joke all night, or can we move on?
You can move on.
All right, you guys heard this story yet? This hated remains of Stephen
Oh, Kelsey!
Smells like butterscotch and hair dye and mothballs.
and old lady perfume. Wow, this stuff smells like old lady perfume. I don't want this anymore. Call the dealer, man. Come get this stuff.
I want more of that.
Oh, my.
Butterscotch.
All right, you guys, I found this.
On the internet again?
No, there isn't. It's
To that.
should we?
In my world, my parents will live forever.
Why not?
No. Mm-mm.
All right,
What
tell
kind
me.
of stuff do you need to know to find out how many more times we're going to see our parents?
All right, Tony, we're doing you. Where do your parents live?
My parents live in Connecticut.
All right.
My goodness.
But you know what? If
Hating your foolishness.
that's not fool. Get to Connecticut this weekend.
I will be going. All
Wrong and make you eat healthy? That's what moms do.
right, you guys. Coming up next. My mom is going to die this year.
For real? That's a dumb website. My name thing is real life. Are you guys for really?
Kelsey Soby and of
I yelled last night, man. Had to fight him down. Fight him down.
All right, well, yeah. Here we are on the fly, our second show.
Right, and we like to talk about all the hot topics. Some of them might even make you a little uncomfortable. Like this one totally skeezes me out. A lady in New York says cops, and here I have text messages to prove it. When she got her phone back, she realized the cops had texted photos of her to himself. And we're not talking regular photos.
That's crazy.
We're talking sexy photos meant only for her boyfriend.
So she had a bunch of naked pictures on her phone. The
Right.
cops saw them, and he took all of them.
She counted 20 nude photos and 5 sexy videos that had been forwarded from her phone to this phone number that was then connected to a police officer.
This is why
This is why I always... You won't get caught that way. I mean, come on. Am I smarter than a cop?
Yuck.
So why do I love this video so much? Conversation, not in front of anybody, that she would have a fan blowing her hair. Wouldn't she?
Constant
Yeah.
blowing action.
So that kind of makes me happy.
She did have a sense of humor about it. She put this on Instagram. She wrote some lyrics to the song she's singing, Halo. Gravity can't begin to pull me out of the fan again. I felt my hair was yanking from the fan that's always hating. And then she says, I got snatched.
Yeah, she did.
Wow.
Snatched real good.
You know what? We're going to put that video up on the Facebook page because you guys will love to watch it over and over, too. My sister-in-law and Back to Health. So now you know what they have? Deer running around the house but that deer's not going to pee at my house. I will be house-sitting their house up in Forest. They won't leave. They've been feeding the deer. It won't go anywhere.
It's reliant on them now.
You know what?
Now, trying to figure out what is, as a matter of fact, the hashtag we've been playing with, Minnesota Problems.
Yeah.
Playing with that hashtag, or tomorrow's On the Fly hashtag, kind of keeping with that summer theme, we're going with barbecue films, BBQ films, and I'll start it off, A Mockingbird.
Okay. Join in, you guys. We'll show some of those tomorrow on our show.
BBQ Films is tomorrow's hashtag. We're going to leave you with a song that Dan let me hear yesterday and has been stuck in my head for the whole day, so we're going to stick it in you.
He's riding out on.
We're going bankrupt. First girl that your mom has ever seen you molest? I don't believe that.
It smells like butterscotch and hair dye and mothballs.
This is why I.